Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I am here to film one of my top 10 of the year videos. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 manga series that I started reading in the year of 2018. Some of these are fully published and complete, others are still ongoing, so that's why I said these are a series that I started in 2018. So some of these are backlist titles, so some of them weren't necessarily published, only in 2018. So these are just series that come to the front of my mind when I think about what the manga that I've read this year. So let's go ahead and dig right in. We're going to start at number 10 and go to number 1. These are in order of enjoyment for the most part. Some of the ones towards the bottom, they're all kind of interchangeable because I like them all equally. So let's just go ahead and dig right in. The first one we're going to talk about is Wotakoi Love is Hard for Otaku, written by Fujita. This is a josei manga about two grown adults who knew each other from childhood, but they are both otaku. So they both geek out and fangirl over different things. Our female character here is a yaoi fangirl, which is a boys love manga fangirl. And then our guy character here is a gamer otaku. I really love this series. I see a lot of mine and my husband's relationship in this series, so I tend to really enjoy it for that. Neither of us are really nearly as otaku as either of these two characters, but there are elements of their relationship that mimic ours, so I end up finding a lot of enjoyment in this series. This is definitely not going to be a series for everybody. A lot of people won't relate to what's going on and they won't fully understand it, but I find this wholly enjoyable. My husband and I are currently watching the anime right now. As soon as I finish that, I'll be doing a manga to anime comparison video, and we'll talk more about it then. The next series on this list is The Water Dragon's Bride. This is written by Ray Toma, and this is a series about a young girl who ends up falling into the pond in her backyard. Through that, she is transported back in time in Japan and ends up sacrificed to the water dragon god. And because of that, the water dragon god chooses to save her for some unknown reason and makes her his actual bride. And so this series is a lot of fun. I really thoroughly enjoy this. This is a lot like my favorite series of the year. I'm sure you guys who have been around a while know what that series is, but this is a series that I'm really getting along with. It is currently publishing. I cannot wait for the next volume. I find the art to be absolutely beautiful, yet simple, and I just really enjoy it. I didn't find it quick, easy panel to show you guys without spoiling things. So anyways, I thoroughly enjoy The Water Dragon's Bride. If you're interested at all, I do suggest picking this one up. Number 8 on this list is Celia Ruin, The Girl from the Other Side. This is story and art by Nagabe. And this is about a young girl who is on the outside of society, hanging out with this creature known as an outsider. The outsider is doing everything in his power to not touch this little girl because he doesn't want to accidentally influence her. But she has secrets of her own, and this is just a sweet yet dark story. I really have been getting along with this. I'm so excited for it to continue and to get the next volume. The story is getting so good at this point, and the plot is finally really coming to fruition by the time you end volume 5, that I'm just so excited. And this art is so just stunning and beautiful. I really have just been enjoying this. This is a more hand-drawn, sketch almost kind of style as opposed to most of the other ones I read. So I get along with this a lot, and I highly suggest picking it up. I know my descriptions are really short, but I don't want to spoil anything in these series for you. But yes, definitely pick up Celia Ruin if you haven't. It's so good. The next one we're going to mention is Frau Faust. This is by Core Yamazaki, who also does The Ancient Magus Bride. And this is a series I absolutely love. I do have a video talking more about Frau Faust, so I will go ahead and leave that for you guys to go and check out. I only posted it maybe last week. It's not very old. But yes, this series is amazing. I absolutely love it. This is basically like a Faust retelling in a sense. So we have Johanna Faust, and this young boy named Marion who crosses paths with Faust and finds out about this game that Faust is playing with her demon Mephisto. So basically Mephisto's been disassembled, and so over the last 100 years, Faust has been hunting down his body parts to put him back together. So anyways, that's essentially what this story is about. It's so good. Definitely go check out that review if you want to learn more of my thoughts about it. This next choice, number 6, might surprise some of you, and that is Overlord. This is by 2 different people. I'll leave them down below. But anyways, Overlord is a series about a man who basically ends up trapped in this video game, and he is a villainous overlord. And so he's basically been transported to this other world from the one that he knows in his game. He has all these like NPCs in his castle to help him like figure out this new land, and it's really interesting, really intriguing. It gets dark and it gets like gory, so if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, just be forewarned before you dig in. But I do thoroughly enjoy the series as a whole. We're slowly watching through the anime because I want to be able to read the manga ahead of what I'm watching, because I don't want to necessarily spoil the manga or the anime for myself. So anyways, I thoroughly enjoy the series. I really like where the plot's headed, and it's just a good time. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, I have to warn you guys all right now, the next 5, my top 5, all have romance elements to them. They're either shoujo or josei, and well, I don't know. My top one might not necessarily fall into either of those categories. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, let's just dig right in, shall we? So number 5 is going to be Waiting for Spring. This is by Anashin, and this is a story about a girl who struggles making friends, befriending the 4 handsome boys from the basketball team. She does have a crush on one of them, but her childhood friend Aya, who she always thought was a girl, actually ends up being a boy. He comes back from living in America for a period of time and is trying to pursue dating Mitsuki, our main girl, and she's not sure how she feels about all of it because she feels like she's been lied to. Anyways, this is such a fun series. I talked about it recently in my Bizarre's 24-hour readathon vlog, so I'll leave that linked for you guys so you can hear me like fangirl basically for 10 minutes over this series. I really love it. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's sweet. It's fun. Toma's my cinnamon roll. I just love him. Or Toa, sorry. I said the wrong name, Toa. But anyways, this is such a fun series. Definitely pick it up. I thoroughly enjoy it. The next series I'm going to mention is Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. This is by Megami Moreno, sorry. And I have a whole video talking about Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. This essentially follows a teenage boy named Tetsu who ends up working for this young lady, Shizu's family. And Shizu has some medical things, I guess you could say, going on with her. I can't really tell you much about the plot because they are huge epic spoilers, but it does have paranormal elements to it. That's all I'm going to say. I thoroughly enjoy this series. It is complete. It's 6 volumes long. I read the whole thing this year. Absolutely love and adore it. Definitely pick it out. Again, I have a whole review for that one, so I will leave that linked for you. This was recommended to me by a friend in a video I did earlier this year. I will leave that linked for you. So I fell in love with Princess Jellyfish. This is a josei manga once again. This is about Tsukimi. Tsukimi is a jellyfish otaku, so she's obsessed with all things jellyfish because it gives her a tie to her dead mother, who ends up crossing paths relating to a jellyfish with a beautiful stranger. Beautiful stranger steps into her life and her whole world is rocked and changed. So this is a slice of life coming of age story for Tsukimi and the people around her. She lives in a house with a bunch of girls who are like in their 30s, but not really like dating or working and just kind of living off their parents. They call themselves Amars, and I love this series so much. I really wish that the anime was like the complete story, because this is such a sweet story. I love Tsukimi. She's so sweet. And she grows so much through the course of this journey. She discovers her passions in life outside of jellyfish, and it's amazing, and I love it. And you guys just need to read Princess Jellyfish if you haven't, because it gives me life. Okay, we are up to number 2, my friends. Number 2. Number 2 is going to be Dream in Sun by Ichigo Takano. Ichigo Takano is one of my favorite mangaka. Dreamin' Sun is basically Fruits Basket without the paranormal elements. So we have Shimana, and she ends up not feeling like she has a place in her home. So she ends up moving into this almost boarding house with these 3 other guys, and one of them is Zen Panda Man. He is my little cinnamon roll from this series. Zen is one of them, and then there's the landlord, as she calls him, and then another classmate. But they all go to school together, and they're all living together. It's really sweet. It's really fun. I don't want to give away anything, so just go read Dreamin' Sun. It's amazing. And there's only a couple more volumes left to come out in this. It's almost complete. And I'm a little bit sad because it could go on as long as Fruits Basket, and I would have kept reading it. But I don't think it's going to. I think it only has like 10 or 11 volumes, and up through volume 8 has been published. But yes, Dreamin' Sun's amazing. Definitely go check it out. And last but not least on this list, if you've been around this year at all, I'm sure you know what this series is. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is The Ancient Magus Bride. I love Chisei and Elias. I love their journey. In the beginning of the story, we have Chisei, who is a 16-year-old girl who basically ends up getting sold at this special magical beings kind of auction to Elias, our little deer-headed friend there, because she has magical abilities, but no one that she ever knew really knew what to do with her. And so she ended up doing this to, get out of people's way in a sense. The growth that I see her go through in this series so far is so good. I'm so ready for the next arc to start. And I just love Ancient Magus Bride. I am team Chisei and Elias forever. I want something to happen there. So she's bought to be Elias's bride. But because she's young, he just wants to teach her magic. He wants to understand humans because he's not fully human himself. And so he wants to understand and learn. And that's kind of the role that Chisei plays in his life at this point. I think eventually he would like her to actually be his bride. But right now, he just wants to learn more about humans. And so that's the role that Chisei plays in his life. And I love that. I know in the next arc she's getting sent off to go to the college to learn more. And so I'm really excited. I'm so excited that she's going to actually spend some time away from Elias at the school and learning. I think it's going to be great for the story and for character growth for both of them. I could fangirl about this all day. I'm not going to, but just know this has been my favorite series that I started this year. Even with the book series I started this year, I think Ancient Magus Bride is still my favorite. I absolutely love this series so much. If you know of any series like this that I haven't already tried, because 2 that have been recommended to be like this series made this list as well. So clearly you can see that's my aesthetic in life. So if you know of any others that are kind of like this, definitely recommend them to me down in the comments because I will be all over it. Anyhow, those are the 10 series that are my favorites that I started this year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Shay. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you know when to come hang out with me. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.